So first of all, I am Gilles Guizon. I don't know who you are, so I want you to take out a sheet of paper, write your name out and put it on the front of your desk. So make some name cards, please. Don't take too long with that. That's what I aim to do. Okay, everyone has pages 75, 76 and 77 and one worksheet. Would you please check? 75, 76 and 77 and one worksheet. Yes? If you do not have this, raise your hand. No hands raised? Okay. Vince, I have a question for you. I was browsing the internet yesterday and I came upon this site. It's called Queenum.com, the land of tests. My first question to you is, who is this site, just looking at its name, aimed at?
Pupils.
Pupils? Why do you say pupils?
Because land of tests is English would mean that
Yeah, okay, maybe some examples. Okay, some tryouts. Okay. Something else, another theory? Robert, what do you think?
I think quite the same that some tryouts and examples.
Okay, you're focusing on the tests now. Look at the name of the website, Queendom. Amelie? For girls, why do you say for girls? Okay, so maybe not girls, but women more specific. What is the male counterpart of a queen? Okay, okay. So you're right, Amelina. It's aimed towards women. Actually, the site, the website, full of tests like the ones you find in the Flair and in the Miller and I like your theory as well. So yeah, don't shake your head. And I came upon this poll yesterday: the least favorite household chore for men and women, according to Queenum.com. So there are thousands of polls. This is one that I found. These are the three most disliked chores. It's cleaning the bathroom, folding clean clothes, doing the dishes, or washing up. Which one, Jeffrey, of these three do you dislike the most? Cleaning the bathroom. Okay, why do you dislike that one the most? In the worst of cases, okay, you have to clean feces. Okay. Silke, which one do you dislike the most? Doing the dishes more than cleaning the bathroom?
Well, I actually never really have to clean the bathroom.
You literally have to clean the bathroom, okay. And if you have to choose one to do for one whole week, actually we're assigning chores, pointing chores. You have to choose one, Emily. Which chore would you choose? Folding clean clothes. Who would choose something else? Raise your hand. Tell me. Oh?
I'll say doing the dishes.
Doing the dishes? Okay, I kind of agree with
We have a
you.
machine for it, so.
And does anyone know what that machine is called? Washing machine is more for laundry. A dishwasher, very good. A dishwasher is if you really hate washing up or doing the dishes, you can use a dishwasher. Okay, so you've got a machine for that one. Really smart, Aaron. Now at number 3, for most people, there's folding clean clothes. That's number 3. Then for women and for men, there's a difference. Which one do you think of these two, Hannah, of cleaning the bathroom and doing dishes, do women dislike the most? Do women dislike the most?
Cleaning the bathroom?
Cleaning the bathroom is one women dislike the most? Yes? So men dislike doing the dishes the most, that's what you're saying as well. Okay, who doesn't agree? I won't tell me.
It's the other way around.
Okay, so which one do the men dislike the most?
In the bottom.
Cleaning the bathroom and women doing the dishes. Well, let's take a look. Men dislike cleaning the bathroom the most, so if they have to choose between cleaning the bathroom and doing the dishes, they would do dishes. For women, on the other hand, if they have to choose, they would prefer to clean the bathroom. Yes, as Jeffrey has so gently puts, there are some reasons why people don't like to clean the bathroom. Leonard, in your household, do you sometimes fight or argue, over who does what chores?
Well, I sometimes do the dishes because that's because maybe the fact that I have to clean the bathroom.
Okay, so actually as a compensation.
Yeah.
So you see, there's a really dirty bathroom, so what I'm going to do the dishes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really well. You think it through. That's the way I'm going to put it. Megan, do you fight or is there an argument sometimes in family?
Not really. I don't do anything.
You don't do any chores at all.
No, I don't do any chores. If they ask me to, I don't do
You just
it has no use to fight with me. I don't do anything.
hang your hat. Okay, look, maybe Megan, I feel that there's a fight coming soon because if you don't do anything, Dale,
Everybody cleans up his own mess in our house.
okay, everyone does their own chores. Okay, there's no great organization, everyone for its own. Survival of the fittest. Okay, yeah, okay. No organization. Well, we're going to listen in a second to a fragment of a listening extract, an audio extract of Mr. and Mrs. Cooper who are arguing, who are having a fight, in question in the worksheet, but it's not really physical fights, I prefer to call it an argument maybe. And on your worksheet you will see some questions you're going to have to answer about this extract. So the first question will be in the beginning. At the very beginning of the extract you'll hear a noise, a background noise. My question is, what is the background noise you hear at the beginning of the listening extract? What is it? Is it an airplane, a dishwasher, or a vacuum cleaner? Next one, show using sentences from the extract, so you don't have to write down the sentences, just make sure some words that you know what is said. That Mr. and Mrs. Cooper are having a small fight, in parentheses. And what is the challenge? Mrs. Cooper says, what is the challenge? Those are the three questions we're going to listen in a second. And I want you to answer them on your worksheet and we'll correct after them. Are you ready?
No place like home.
Oh, there's no place like home.
Honey, I think the living room's clean now. Can I watch Match of the Day now? Manchester United's playing.
Darling, every day I get up first, make her breakfast, and you know how much work that is. Then I go shopping, pay a visit to the hairdressers, keep up with the latest gossip. And you have nothing better to do than watch football in your easy chair.
But Pumpkin, I always do the dishes and drive you to the hairdressers. Sometimes I even do the laundry and the ironing. I always listen to your stories.
Oh really? You never seem to remember much of them. Yesterday, once again, you forgot to put the rubbish out. If I don't tell you to do something, nothing ever happens in this place.
Do you ever stop telling me what to do?
Oh, come on, Alfred. You can be such a baby. You'd never manage on your own.
I'm never on my own.
I bet you can't run this household without my help.
You never let me try.
Well, I dare you. If you can manage on your own for a day, I'll never tell you what to do anymore.
Piece of cake.
Oh, yes, please, darling.
Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Cooper. Tell me, at the very beginning of the extract, what did you hear? What was the noise you heard? The background noise? Dave? Vacuum cleaner? Why do you say so?
Because there was a noise and he said the living room is clean
Yeah, that's the one I was prefer the second answer. Because he said the living room is clean now. And what did he want to do once the living room was clean? What did he ask to do, Aaron?
I'd watch match of the day.
Do you know what Match of the Day is about?
Manchester United.
Oh, okay, that specific Match of the Day, but in general, I think Rob is really excited to help.
It's a BBC program about the Premier League matches.
Yes, about the Premier League, about football. It's about football, and it's every weekend, Saturday night. I watch every week as well. Show using sentences from the extract. I'll show you the answers. Oh, one more thing as well. So the first answer, what is vacuum? Background noise, a vacuum cleaner. We can say that Mr. Cooper is vacuuming or he is hoovering. Hoovering. So mind hoovering with an oo sound. Okay, not with an o sound, with an oo sound. He is hoovering. Next question. Show using sentences from the extract that Mr. and Mrs. Cooper are having a small fight. Bo. Do you find some sentences or can you recall some sentences?
Yes, Mrs. Cooper said you can't run this household, and Mr. Cooper said you didn't let me try.
You don't even let me count. Okay, so that was a bit of the start of the argument. They were getting a bit agitated. Marie? You're such a baby, something else? Who said that? You're such a baby? Mrs. Cooper said that, okay. Aaron?
So like really, and once again.
Once again.
The woman said,
So once again. What was that?
once again, he didn't do that.
Oh, you didn't put a bit rubbish out, for example. Yeah, okay. Marie, what was You don't have anything better to do than watch football. And as we all know, there's nothing more important to do than to watch football. No, so all good examples, but you don't need to raise yours. These are some other examples. Do you ever stop telling me what to do? And Marie already mentioned, Alfred, you can be such a baby. You can be such a baby. Does anyone know any solutions to avoid arguments about chores? Any solutions or what you do in your family, in your household? Bro?
You have like a schedule.
A schedule, very good. You have a schedule where you say, oh, this day, for example, Robert needs to wash up, and the next day someone else needs to do the laundry. That's most of the time the best solution. We'll make one of those chore charts as well. For the chore charts, I call it later on. Now we're going to listen the second time to the extract, and you go to page 75. Go to page 75, exercise 4.2. Exercise 4.2. On the left, you see some chores, for example, to vacuum, to get up first, to make breakfast, or to make coffee. And my question is, while listening, you need to put a cross if under Mr. Cooper if he's doing the chore, under Mrs. Cooper if she's doing the chore, and under not mentioned if it is not mentioned. The first one you already know. Who is vacuuming? Who is vacuuming? Do you remember, Hannah? Who is vacuuming?
Mrs. Cooper?
Mrs. Cooper, who doesn't agree, raise your hand. Who was vacuuming? Mr. Cooper, do you remember? Mr. Cooper flying around behind his vacuum cleaner? Yeah? Mr. Cooper is vacuuming. Anna, do you know a synonym for Mr. Cooper is vacuuming? Another word for vacuuming? Do you remember? Leonard? Hoovering. Mr. Cooper is vacuuming or Mr. Cooper is hoovering. So the first one is Mr. Cooper. We'll listen to the rest of the extract and make sure you can fill it in. It continues on page 76. It continues on page 76. There are about 10 more chores on the next page.
No place like home.
Oh, there's no place like home.
Honey, I think the living room's clean now. Can I watch Match of the Day now? Manchester United's playing.
Darling, every day I get up first, make your breakfast, and you know how much work that is. Then I go shopping, pay a visit to the hair-to-do, then watch football in your easy chair.
But Pumpkin, I always do the dishes and drive you to the hairdressers. Sometimes I even do the laundry and the ironing. I always listen to your stories.
Oh really? never seem to remember much of them. Yesterday, once again, you forgot to put the rubbish out. If I don't tell you to do something, nothing ever happens in this place.
Do you ever stop telling me what to do?
Oh, come on, Alfred. You can be such a baby. You'd never manage on your own.
I'm never on my own.
I bet you can't run this household without my help.
You never let me try.
Well, I dare you. If you can manage on your own for a day, I'll never tell you what to do anymore.
Piece of cake.
Oh, yes, please, darling.
Okay. So, no place like home. We already said that Mr. Cooper was vacuuming or hoovering. Who gets up first in the morning? Who gets up first in the morning, Ted?
Mrs. Cooper.
Mrs. Cooper, very good. Who makes breakfasts, Silke? Mrs. Cooper. And who makes coffee, Jeffrey? Not mentioned, very good. Let's go on to the next page, page 76. Balance, who empties the dishwasher?
That's not mentioned.
Next one, who goes shopping? Mrs. Cooper, okay. Tell me who, for the next one, number 7, Emily? Mrs. Cooper keeps up with the latest gossip. The next one? Mr. Cooper does the dishes. The next one in it?
Some people going to the fireplace.
Hannah?
Isn't mentioned.
It isn't mentioned who cleans the windows. The next one?
Mr. Cooper does the laundry.
Next one? Very good.
Mr. Cooper does the ironing.
Does the ironing? Okay, Ted?
To do the gardening is not mentioned.
Is not mentioned. Number 14 for Robert.
Put the rubbish out is normally Mrs. Cooper, but he forgot.
Yeah, okay, this time he forgot, I think, but we can put a cross under Mr. Cooper. And Jeffrey, next one. It is not mentioned who cooks dinner. I want you to take another look at that list. I want you to take another look at that list of all the chores. And actually not all of them are real chores. Chores are usually something you really not really look forward to. For example, well, emptying the dishwasher is something that nobody really looks forward to. And not all of the chores listed, all of the 15 chores listed, are to me actually chores. You've got 10 seconds, go over the list and tell me which ones you think aren't really chores to you. For example, Amelia, did you find one? To go shopping. Well, is it really not a chore? It depends what you go shopping for. You don't really think it's a chore for grocery shopping? Okay, so you always go shopping? You always like shopping for groceries or for clothes? Okay. But for most people, if it is grocery shopping, it's for a chore. I was looking for something else actually. Jeffrey?
To make coffee.
To make coffee, yeah. If you make it for the whole family, it's kind of a chore as well. Ben?
Keeping up with the latest gossip.
Keeping up with the latest gossip. Can you give me, what is gossip? Rollers, yeah. The latest gossip in the last rollers, okay. Keeping up with the latest gossip, Emma Marie, is it a chore? No. Would you put it on your chore chart? No. Okay. So for a lot of people, most people actually keeping up with the latest gossip isn't really a chore. Even more so, Megan, would you say that going to the hairdressers is a chore? No, not really. I agree. Just you have to go to the hairdresser, but it's not hairdressers, but it's not really a chore. On page 77, you've got a list of all some household chores right here on page 77. Some of them have not yet been mentioned. I want you to quickly browse through the list, and I have some questions for you about this list. For example, my first question, browse through the list of all the household chores and tell me for what chore do you need a watering can? What chore do you need a watering can? I know it's a bit hard to read, I'm sorry for that. Yeah?
To water the plants.
To water the plants, you need a watering can. Very good. Next question. A clothes peg. A clothes peg. For what do you use a clothes peg? For what chore precisely? Megan? To hang out the washing. Very good. Another one. If not used for flying, what do you use a broom for, Elmarie? To tidy up your room, okay. But I'm looking for another book. To sweep, perfect. I'm looking for to sweep is onto V. Yeah? To sweep, and the last one. If there's one chore you really hate, you can use this. What is the chore that I'm looking for? If there's one chore you really hate, you can use this. Right? Washing, doing the dishes or washing up. Yeah, okay. You can use this, and what is this called, Leonard?
A dishwasher.
A dishwasher. Okay, this is a dishwasher. In the expressions, you can see this place looks like a pigsty, for example. Jeffrey, can you tell me a place that sometimes looks like a pigsty? Your room? Does it sometimes look like a pigsty? Okay. Sometimes or always? Sometimes. Mine is always a pigsty. So I ask a question. Anna, another place that always looks like a pigsty? No? Not your room? Your room is always tidied up. Okay, very good. Can you give me a translation for pigsty? Bakstad, ja, met een zwijnstal en bakstad, inderdaad, very good. Now we're going to do exercise 4.1 on page 75. Matching exercise. It should be really easy, it should be done really quickly. You've got 45 seconds with the matching exercise on page 41. Just match the picture with a word or a chore. Okay, let's go ahead with the correction. Jeffrey, you can start. Number 1. To do the dishes, yes, okay, to do the dishes. You said D, okay, that's, give me full sentences, please. Silke, next one?
A, to vacuum.
To vacuum. Synonym for to vacuum? To hoover, very good. Go.
E, to do the laundry.
To do the laundry. Bed.
E, C, to go shopping.
To go shopping. To go shopping for? Groceries, okay, nothing goes. Amarina? To put the rubbish out. Amarie? To iron, okay. And the last one? Or the last one?
B,
to make breakfast. Okay, very good. To make breakfast. If you look at all these chores, Leonard, all the chores you see in the matching exercise, which one do you dislike the most?
To do the dishes.
To the dishes? Is the one you dislike the most?
Yeah, it's the most. If it's about to iron, it's the whole place, the whole home,
All those?
or just your own room.
To iron is stagnant.
Oh no, to vacuum.
To? Vacuum. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
They would all take just as long.
Oh, I forget the laundry.
So 15 minutes of doing laundry, never of your life. Yeah.
Yeah.
You really don't want to do. Tell yours. Which one do you dislike the most?
Also to do the laundry.
Yes. Someone else? Hannah, which one do you dislike the most? To iron. Okay. Now imagine there's a family meeting, and you can have. You can organize the chore chart for next week. So you're going to say, I'm going to do these 2 chores. Which one is the first you pick?
To
to go shopping for groceries, so we can't go shopping for clothes. Okay, which one is the first you pick, Silke?
Also,
To go shopping for groceries? Robert?
To make breakfast
To make breakfast, okay. For everyone or just for yourself?
for everyone.
Okay, fair. Okay, very good. So we're going to do the same thing now together. We're going to sit in groups of 3 or 4. And we're going to make a chore chart. So you're going to imagine your family. And on the chore chart on page, on the worksheet at the bottom, you will have to fill in who does what chores for this week. Okay? It's very easy how we're going to decide this. All chores are in this envelope. All chores are in this envelope. To fill out. This is also where they belong. All chores per family are in this envelope. And each at a time can choose one chore. How do you decide who goes first? We play spin the bottle. Okay? So we'll see, you can sit in groups of 4. I suggest that the 4 of you sit together and the 4 of you sit together. And then let's make a group of, maybe a group of 3 at the back. And Bernd, you can join Hannah and Megan. Is it okay? And 3 of you work together. So watch out, these bottles are made of glass. They will break. So I want 2 more minutes of your attention before you make your chore charts. What was I going to say? Yeah, you can take out all of the chores out of the envelope and put them on the table facing upwards so that you can see what's on them, what's in the picture. Take them out and put them upwards. Okay, so the first thing, what you are going to do when I say start is fill in the names of your family members. Okay, Marie, you write down your own name and of all your family members. The second thing is, the first one is going to spin the bottle, and the one the bottle points towards to is going to be choose the first chore, and you continue until all chores are assigned. One more remark: every time you pick a chore, you say, "This week I will feed the dog," for example. This week I will feed the dog, for example, or this week I will do something else. And you can explain why if you want to. The last question before you start: where would you hang this chore chart? Where you put this up? What's the typical place to put this up? No, the fridge. Okay. Most families put it up on the fridge. You've got 5 minutes to complete your chore chart in groups. Talk English, of course. Talk English, please. Only English. And watch out with the bottles.
This week I will
Yeah, Robert will eat. Empty the dishwasher. Well, dishwasher.
about 20 seconds we're done, so make sure you fill in as much as possible.
This week I will.
Not me, it's
Okay, you can turn to me, Bernd, and you can turn to me. Bernd, how did everything go in your family? How did everything go in your family?
Do I have to say chores or how?
Just tell me, how did it go? Were there any arguments?
In this group or
Yeah, in your group?
Actually, no, there were no arguments.
This hypothetical family?
There were no arguments.
Okay. Which chores did you get assigned?
I will walk to the class.
Just that one?
Yes. They have to.
Okay, very well. So, well, my question doesn't. Well, I'm not going to ask my question to you. Hannah, which are the chores you have?
I have to feed the dog and do the groceries.
Okay, and which one do you dislike the most of those two? Okay, go grocery shopping. And with whom would you? With what chore would you swap? Imagine you can choose from all other chores to swap your grocery shopping with something else. Which one? What's the plans? Okay, you're really looking then. Which chore? Robert, tell me, how many chores did you get?
2, I have to feed the dog and iron.
And iron as well, okay.
Yeah.
Can you iron, Robert?
No.
So, idiot, so no shame. Which one do you dislike the most between ironing and feeding the dog?
Well, I've never ironed before, so
I like it. It's a positive way in life. If you don't know what it's like, you can't say.
yeah, I can practice the whole week.
Okay, you can practice all week. Very good, Silke. Did anyone get more than 2 chores?
Yes,
You did? Okay, which ones?
I have to one with the band, feed the dog and
Okay, now you can give one of them to Jeffrey. Jeffrey's not in your family, you can give one of them to Bo. Which one do you dislike the most, and you can give it off to Bo?
washing.
Washing clothes, okay, we're doing the laundry. Very good. Now, there's a special thing in your family. As a last activity, we'll do this for about 30 seconds. I'm just going to explain the activity. There you can trade your chores. If you don't like a chore and someone else doesn't in your family doesn't like the chore either, you can make a trade. For example, I say to you, Jeffrey, I will empty the dishwasher, one of your chores, if you feed the dog this week. Okay. You can have about 20 seconds to try to swap chores that you don't like. I think that Ben will not try to swap.
I'm set for the whole week.
Okay, you're set for the whole week. But the others, you can try to swap as many chores as possible.
I would like to
You've got 1 minute.
the dog.
Okay,
Do you
I
agree?
will.
I will.
Yay.
Yeah. I would like to Sure, but I'm not sure if
We may start.
You just
You have like your own mini fridge.
I wouldn't have swapped.
I don't know how to manage this.
Okay, tell me, next to my is, did you swap any chores?
Yes.
So which chores did you swap?
Well, it's like a okay one, but I bought cooking for feeding the dog.
Cooking for feeding, so you don't have to cook anymore. For feeding the dog. That's actually a pretty good deal you made that. Elaine, tell me.
I swapped making the beds with feeding the dog.
Making the bed with feeding the dog, also a pretty good deal. I personally think. Jeffrey, did you make any swap? No? What do you have? Okay, and do you like that? You have to consider if it starts raining, it's you that has to run outside to collect it all. Okay? I should have said that before the chore trade is over. Okay, let's consider this the end of the lesson. Okay. Turn back to students of could ask you to put all the pictures back in the envelope, and I can use them again.
Wat doe jij eigenlijk? Drinken, dat is heerlijk.
And before we continue talking about the lesson, I will hand out some lesson preparations. So the lesson preparations I made, I've got one bundle per group of 2 It's 7 pages long. I know that you you haven't really worked that much yet with lesson preparation, but you can already look at it. Try to find the structure of the lesson, or see if it matches your structure you have in your head. So for the 3 of you. And for the 3 of you. The 2 of you. So I will ask those lesson preparations back, but actually your colleagues won't use them anymore, so if you want to write anything down, maybe some typos if you see them, you can always underline. Okay, so for now it's a little bit of feedback session. You can say everything you want. If you thought it was interesting, what was interesting about it. If you thought it was not interesting, what was not interesting about it. Questions you have. Maybe I'll start with some remarks I had on the previous lesson and on this lesson as well. Things I think of, well, next time I should do that or this better than I did this time. For example, while you were doing the exercises, I never walked around in between you in the classroom, which is super important. First of all, because it's an artificial situation, and I also wanted to check on the camera every time, and it's a bit hard walking around here, but in a real classroom it's super important, and it's something everyone pays attention to, that you do walk around during exercise and not just stand in the front or in the back. Another thing, and I forgot it twice now, is, do you remember exercise 4.2 where you had to mark who does what chore? I didn't give you any time to go over all the different chores before the exercise started. I get that for you, it might have been pretty easy, but I think that for third year students, they should have read all the chores before listening to the exercise. Another thing I had, well, not really anything worth mentioning right now, maybe later on. Anything else? Any questions? Any comments? Feedback?
I thought the lesson preparation was very good and detailed.
lesson preparation is, I really needed to learn as well how to really make a decent lesson preparation. Because in the beginning you start typing it all out and it takes ages. And now about 7 pages, it's actually already a bit long for me, but it really depends on, some girls will have lesson preparation 15 pages. So, actually, I'm the one who makes about the shortest lesson preparations, not the shortest. I know some other people who make shorter, but most girls make long lesson preparations than just those 7. And the most work goes into making that preparation. Other questions? Actually, maybe some feedback. Did you like my introduction through the website of Queenland? Because I'm 100% happy about that introduction. Maybe if you can think of a better way to introduce household chores, which is pretty hard. It's just like it's a bit artificial when I just start talking about the fact that, hey, I saw Queenland yesterday, it's a really nice site. That's a bit artificial. That's one thing I don't like about it. A remark I've got from myself. Anything else? Really? I can take it.
So relaxing from the group, or you seem so relaxed.
Yeah, I seem that it's really hot in here as well, so that doesn't help at all. It does. A lot of people say that it does seem so, but I don't feel it.
Yeah.
But it did also. It was worse in the beginning of stress.
Yeah.
It gets better.
I found it really good that you repeated all the chores all the time.
Yeah.
Because I remember them for the exercises.
Yeah. So because I also swapped the order of the exercises because it wasn't. We've already talked about inductive teaching.
Yeah.
Yeah. So most of the time you'll see that you'll have to swap around some of the exercises to match Mr. Swanepoel's methodology. It's never just follow the order of your course book, except if by any miracle it is in the correct order, or if it's Mr. Swanepoel's course book because he made one as well, then you can just follow it. I don't know. It's just how this year, so I don't know. I hope you never get a case, but I don't know what you would do in that case. Anything else? Suggesting on different ways to take on certain exercises, maybe? The listening extract, the second part, didn't you think it was a bit, or the questions? For example, the second question. Do you think that a third grader, it's the second year of English, is able to answer that question? Yeah? Same
Yeah, no, it's just how can you pick out the few sentences that you have put on 2 lines that indicates that they are fighting?
Well, I think in the previous lesson I said just write down some words that you can reproduce a sentence.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll ever be able to do so. But they do have an outline of the listening extract. I don't know if you've seen it some pages. But actually you shouldn't, I don't know if you know it yet, but never let them read along while they're listening. It's all listening or reading, but not both at the same time. That's what the rule of this is, of course. But that's why you can read it. But I'm searching for another question there.
It's apart from the question, but I'm not sure if you mentioned it or not, but you didn't really tell us that we should write on the worksheet when the exercise started.
Of the chore chart or
From
this
this
one?
exercise, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Because it was like, the thing was so like, then I noticed that the worksheet was about that.
We're looking everywhere. Yeah, no, that's a good remark. Maybe, and I've got the tape, so if you're lying, I can prove it. Yes?
The exercise with the water can and
Yeah.
I thought I just wanted to read the chores first because when you asked something I was like I didn't read them, I don't know what's in the list and I was like confused and had to read them first, all had to read them all first before I could see what's
Yeah, I did give them some time to read in the previous lesson, and they didn't give me any remark about it, so I'll certainly consider your remark. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening to me.